Tonight on Connecticut's news station, the law enforcement community remembers a Southington fallen trooper. We're live in Southington tonight where calling hours for Trooper First Class Aaron Pelletier took place.
A nightmare for a Hartford family. Their 19-month-old little girl was killed by a hit-and-run driver. The car was found in New Haven, but where is the suspect? We're bringing you the latest in the search.
New details tonight on a plane crash in Plymouth. The new report reveals what happened while a pilot was in the air in the moments leading up to the crash.
Now at 10, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Joining us tonight, we begin with a look at the weather in the middle of what's been a very summery week.
It has been a really nice stretch. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank. Rachel, how warm did it get today?
Today we had high temperatures that were in the 70s and 80s, depending on who you ask. Cooler at the Connecticut shoreline, but tomorrow I think will be even warmer. And not only that, but we're going to see the humidity climb as well. It's been really comfortable in terms of how much moisture has been in the air the last couple of days. And notice right now we're in that comfy category as well, which means great sleeping weather. But as we head towards daybreak, the humidity starts to rise enough so that you're feeling it walking out the door. And by afternoon, we're climbing into this very humid category, and that humidity will eventually bring a return to showers and storms as we head into Thursday. So we have one more dry, warm day that feels like summer before the storms return. Right now, we're looking at temperatures in the upper 60s. With that low humidity, that's the benefit. We've had these very warm days, but at nights we can open up the windows and let Mother Nature cool off our homes if you're trying to hold up in the AC for as long as possible. Overnight lows will dip into the 50s to right around 60 degrees as we head towards daybreak. There is a chance for some patchy fog. I don't think it's widespread tomorrow, but there might be a few spots of low visibility. Then we break for sunshine and those temperatures heat on up. We're looking at highs in the low to mid 80s inland and mid 70s for the Connecticut shoreline. Heading through tomorrow night, we are still dry, but by the time you wake up Thursday morning, it's raining again. We'll take a look. Your full forecast coming up.
All right, Rachel, thank you. We have breaking news tonight. Our state's top public defender is out of a job. An oversight commission fired Tayshaun Bowden-Lewis after accusing her of a range of misconduct allegations. Staff accused her of leveling unfounded racism and discrimination claims against those who disagreed with her. She was also accused of improperly accessing the emails of legal staff and the commission chairman. Bowden-Lewis denied all the allegations during a public meeting back in April.
For the past 24 hours, police have been searching for the person who hit and killed a toddler with their car. This happened last night in Hartford. The
little girl has been identified as Camila Elizabeth Ramirez Carcamo. Fox 61's Matt Caron is at Hartford Police Headquarters with details on this tragic story.
Well, any parent out there knows just how quickly you can lose sight of your kids. And last night, it took just seconds for tragedy to strike as a little girl darted out into traffic.
This is horrible. It shouldn't have ever happened.
Tragedy in the blink of an eye.
From what I saw, it happened very quickly.
11 p.m. Monday at the Top Cat Super Laundromat on New Britain Ave in Hartford. A 19-month-old little girl in the laundromat with her parents wandered off and suddenly darted into the middle of the road.
Sorry, my emotions are everywhere.
The girl, later identified as Camila Elizabeth Ramirez Carcamo, was hit and killed by a driver who refused to stop.
To hit the baby and then not even to think about to stop to make sure the baby's okay or something like that, just to keep going is wild.
Investigators used surveillance video from the laundromat to quickly get a description of the vehicle. This 2013 black BMW was found hours later at a McDonald's in New Haven. Police say they've identified a suspect and seized the car, but no arrests have been made.
I can't imagine not knowing that you hit something.
Hartford mother and grandmother Rosa Rivera told Fox 61 drivers speed down New Britain Ave without much thought.
I always tell my daughter, this traffic, it's too much. People drive through here without no consideration that there could be kids around here.
The Connecticut Department of Children and Families did confirm they are also investigating the circumstances of the tragedy and additionally are, quote, offering trauma-informed supports to the family. People in that neighborhood told me that usually those laundromat doors are locked or at least closed at night, but for whatever reason, this door was open. Workers in the laundromat declined to speak with Fox 61. Reporting in Hartford outside police headquarters, Matt Caron, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
All right, thank you, Matt. Calling hours were held today for Trooper First Class Aaron Pelletier.
A private service for friends and family was held earlier today, followed by a service for members of the law enforcement community.
Fox 61's Jake Garcia has been in Southington all evening. He joins us now live with how law enforcement from all over Connecticut and beyond came to pay their respects. Jake?
Well, Brent and Sarah, people say between both wake services that were held today, an estimated 2,000 people came to pay their respects to Trooper First Class Aaron Pelletier and his family. Hundreds of law enforcement officers came to pay their respects to Trooper First Class Aaron Pelletier. Departments from across the state of Connecticut and beyond came to pay their respects. Among the first people inside the funeral home Tuesday afternoon was Pelletier's fellow troops from his graduating class at Connecticut State Police. From Maine to Vermont to Massachusetts, state police agencies from across New England showed up to rally behind Connecticut State Police and Pelletier's family. Governor Ned Lamont stopping briefly to pay his respects. As the evening went on, more people from the surrounding area came to honor Pelletier.
Officer Aaron was a dedicated police officer, and it's our responsibility to pay homage to the deceased. That's why we thought of coming to the memorial and pay the respect to him.
Including Sue Galecki, whose family knew Trooper Pelletier.
I just came to pay tribute to Officer Pelletier. My nephew, Jason, graduated high school with him, and my other nephew, John Julia, he knows Dominique, Aaron's wife, and it's just very sad. I just wanted to say I'm praying for the family and all the officers through this difficult time.
Amidst the grief for a man who protected and served the state of Connecticut, the community has been raising money for Pelletier's wife and 2 young sons. Nicholas Poulin owns Raise the Standard, located in Wyndham, and says when he learned of Trooper Pelletier's death, he wanted to use his business to help.
We just want people to strive to be the best version of themselves and taking care of their neighbor. That's kind of why when we heard about Trooper First Class Aaron Pelletier, that's exactly what we're about, is making an impact and helping when we can.
All the profits from this shirt bearing Pelletier's badge number will go directly to his wife and kids. Another example of how the community is making a difference in times of tragedy.
All these people just show unconditional love for a man that they might have never met before, but they know that he's protects us. And there's sometimes a stigma out there for troopers and police officers. And this was a way of showing how much people love them and appreciate them.
Now, if you would like to donate to Trooper Pelletier's family, we have a link to the GoFundMe page set up by Connecticut State Police and the Raise the Standard fundraiser on our website, fox61.com. Reporting live in Southington, Jake Garcia, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
All right, Jake, thank you. And with Southington schools closed today, a local business stepped up to help families who wanted to attend Trooper First Class Aaron Pelletier's wake services. Leadership Martial Arts offered a free drop-off day camp for local students. Instructors ran games and drills for the kids. The owner says it's his way of saying thank you to Trooper Pelletier, whose oldest son attends the martial arts school.
Every time Aaron was in here, the love that he had for his boys and wife was evident. Always had a big smile, just genuinely could tell he's a great guy, loved his boys, always big hugs.
And another heads up for parents, all Southington schools are dismissing 3 hours early tomorrow due to Trooper Pelletier's funeral service.
Now, if you can't make it to the memorial but still want to see how Trooper Pelletier is being remembered, join us for a Fox 61 special report. We'll be showing the service starting at 11 a.m. on air on Fox 61 Plus and on fox61.com. On the Fox 61 News app, you can find information on those road closures in Southington. Plus, watch our stories on how Connecticut's honoring the fallen trooper. Everything is on fox61.com. A woman's in the hospital hit by a vehicle in Seymour. We're told the driver is cooperating with police. It happened just after 4:20 this afternoon at the intersection of Main and Bank Streets. Police say the 61-year-old woman was hit by a car turning onto Main Street while she was crossing the road. We're told she has serious head injuries. Police are looking for witnesses to come forward if they have information.
The New Britain man who admitted to attacking State Representative Mariam Khan after a Muslim prayer service last summer has learned his fate. 30-year-old Andre Desmond will spend 5 years behind bars and nearly 16 years of special parole. In court today, we learned Desmond has had a 20-year battle with schizophrenia and other mental health challenges. His defense team said he was not taking medication when he assaulted the state representative last June. Since being held in Connecticut custody, his attorney says he's been placed on medication for schizophrenia and other mental health disorders.
I accept the fact that he had never really had an experience quite like that before. And it has taken the many months, if not longer, that he's been incarcerated as DOC has tried different medication, far more mentally sound than he has been in quite some time.
Also attached to his sentence is a standing order of protection to ensure Desmond does not harm or contact Representative Khan or any of her 3 children in any way. Khan released a statement today saying overall she is pleased with the outcome, adding the case highlights the failures in the mental health system, and she plans to offer solutions during her time in public office.
Investigators say the student pilot who crashed into a Plymouth campground was attempting a solo cross-country flight. An FAA report was released today, and it says the plane, quote, sputtered and quit. The pilot had contacted air traffic controllers and tried to land at Waterbury Airport. The pilot couldn't find the landing field and landed in the trees. At last check, the pilot was in the hospital with serious injuries. The report says the 1968 Cessna 172 aircraft is destroyed.